Can business save the earth? In 2020, Qommodity, in a first step, digitized the value proposition of gold, one of the world's oldest and most stable currencies. The result at the beginning of 2022 will be one of the first liquid security tokens, with the benefit of physical gold and other valuable natural resources. Blockchain technology enables 24/7 transactions, liquidity, and monetization instead of physical gold holdings. The market crashed, but what was the background? In the first half of 2021, Bitcoin and Ethereum in particular were the market leaders and saw record highs for investors. But then came the crash after Elon Musk's ill-advised tweets, and China started in the meantime strictly regulating mining activities. This kind of high volatility attracts mainly recreational investors, who see big risks as a natural consequence of even bigger gains. More cautious investors, however, are still back in the fiat money system because they simply did not want to take these risks. Historically, gold has always been a pure hedge against inflation. Many experts now predict that even gold stocks could gain 10 to 20 times in value over the next 3 years. Wall Street's gold estimates for 2022 are more than optimistic. Gold is expected to reach in the next year $2,300 to $2,400 per troy ounce, according to Goldman Sachs and Citibank, and the precious metal is poised to continue this upward trend that began in September 2018. This news comes at a time when investors are looking for safe havens. They are currently facing a massive liquidity of money in the economy, created by government incentives all over the world to protect the economy from the effects of the pandemic. Stable coins offer a more stable crypto investment that is protected from the wider volatility of the crypto market. But even cryptocurrencies backed by fiat currency are vulnerable to potential inflation, and many investors are concerned about how this could affect the purchasing power of the currency over time. To hedge against these inflation fears, many investors have turned to commodity-backed digital crypto projects, such as those that use safe commodities like precious metals as a store of value. For cautious investors, gold-backed tokens combine the structure of gold investments with the scarcity, flexibility, and upside potential of the crypto world. And they will fill in the gaps for investors who have found entering the world of cryptocurrency investing too risky and complicated, who don't necessarily like fiat currencies, and who are looking for safer investments. Qommodity has been working on the vision and implementation of such a sustainable combination of old and new economy for more than 4 years. The participation in the QOMG project served exclusively to implement the NI 43-101 Proven Resource Certification. But the company goes one step further with its unique offering. Primary gold and other natural resources backing the tokens come directly from the company's own prospective mines. More global auditors and more, London and Dubai reckon 2020 a DCF valuation of 2.7 million troy Oz of gold in Area 1 and Area 9. In January 2022, Windsor Audit London evaluated Tandem Liber Holdings BVI for a conservative and justified value of $4.53 billion. QOMG and QOMX as the origin are collateralized by 0.06 respectively 0.08 grams of gold, whereby the internal value of the token was created when the smart contracts were activated on the blockchain. All results of the respective audits were documented on the blockchain in smart contracts. For technical data and more details, go to technical descriptions on the Qommodity website. We digitized those assets and created this possibility for a brighter future of all stakeholders, especially for the local people and the next generations. Qommodity will be in the future the digital security, issued by one of the largest tokenized natural resource companies in the world. Our concept is straight, clear, and transparent. Identification of high valuable natural resources which are explored and valued through the highest accredited and acknowledged standard, the NI 43-101, for proven natural resources. These identified, undisputed, proven resources are verified by accredited and certified geologists and double confirmed by the European Federation of Geologists, EFG, as the highest standard of resource validation and confirmation. At the first stage, only 3 of the various resources are valued at in-ground values and 100% used for the asset digitization of the QAAA token. The Q stands for commodity, and the AAA used standards will indicate the highest possible financial rating. In the process of identifying the natural resources and all related company executions follow the standards of ESG. The environmental, social, and governance standards are a fundamental base of our future vision, where it comes to digitization of real asset values through the tokenization process, which is safeguarded by smart contracts and blockchain technology. Qommodity unlocks the values for all stakeholders involved. Through our process of supported fractional tokenization, supported by regulated financial instruments, everyone can now be part of this movement. And by the alternative approach that secured the monetizing of locked natural resources, Qommodity will be a highly secure, disruptive model for investors and at the same time for the communities living in these countries where the resources are located. Untapped, tremendous wealth will be available to anyone who is concerned about a better world where minimal standards of ESG are top of mind. This movement will lead to the next big thing in the investment domain. This is Bitcoin 2.0 on steroids. For everyone who doesn't recall this anymore, Bitcoin was 8 cents in 2010, having in the meantime an exchange rate just 10 years later of nearly $60,000 in mid of 2021. If you own 0.28 Bitcoin today, you are part of the top 1% of the world. The QAAA token will become a regulated security token under security legislation. It's audited and double evaluated. Qommodity QAAA will be compliant with all needed financial standards and secured with real assets, transacting on the safest and most advanced currently available blockchain technology. QAAA is available to everyone. Transaction costs are much cheaper and transactions much faster than regular stock transactions. Transparent, traceable, and your identity is protected. But the most important reason is you own it. Qommodity is designed to change the future of monetizing natural resources and disruptive in its ambitions to bring prosperity to all stakeholders involved. So, keep your eyes on Qommodity. Backing the tokens with gold and diversified natural resources gives participants a great competitive advantage over the well-known token economy, such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple. The unique mine-to-token product can become in the future a global standard for the exchange of goods, collateralized by gold and other valuable commodities, making it trustworthy with a high level of stability. The company is currently negotiating further expansion of licenses for promising natural resource projects with the relevant authorities, in addition to the existing licenses. According to the board of directors, the company will continue to add strategic asset deposits to support the growth of the value of the QAAA token. Qommodity, in cooperation with Tandem Libera Holdings, signed a long-term exclusive contract with ABMAV, Sub-Sahara Sierra Leone, in June 2021 for the independent assessment of all concessions under NI 43-101 certification. The content of the contract is to confirm and update for the natural resources located directly or indirectly and held by Qommodity and Tandem Libera Holdings. An NI 43-101 order has been issued to determine the proven, undisputed, bankable value of the natural resources. The objective of such an assignment is to obtain a verified and indispensable conclusion on the value of the natural resources held by Qommodity Resource and Tandem Libera Holdings through its concessions, exploration, and mining licenses. The final results and the report will be prepared in accordance with the Standards of Disclosure for Mineral Projects, the Canadian standard NI 43-101. In simple terms, an accredited valuation code that clearly sets out the highest quality standards for the public reporting of mineral exploration results, mineral resources, and ore reserves. The diversification will parallel reduce risks. Most experts believe that the gold price will strongly increase in the next 24 months. But a rising gold price is only one potential factor for the development of the Qommodity token, which at the same time will offer participants in the project the highest possible security standards. The company decided in the upcoming STO to sell public just 25% of its QAAA security tokens, comparable with 25% of physical stocks. The public placement represents, therefore, just 1/4 of the company's current value of the natural resources. The primary goal is to develop the security token in the next coming years to the absolute global standard for natural resource exchange. The company is currently finalizing the launch of the security token in all important and relevant markets. The STO and transactions on the blockchain are indicated latest in the second quarter of 2022. For more information on the Qommodity economics, visit Qommodity.io and tandemliber.com. Disclaimer: this is not financial advice, according to the Securities Trading Act. The views, observations, and experiences of the presenter on economic and financial topics do not constitute investment advice and are for information purposes only. For further information, please visit our websites.